News Services Division of All India Radio presents Money Matters.
देश और लोगों के वित्त और अर्थव्यवस्था से जुड़ा कार्यक्रम
About savings, investments, borrowings and taxations.
हिंदी और इंग्लिश में सीधा प्रसारण
On our digital platforms.
सुनना ना भूलें हर रोज शाम 4:05 से 4:30 तक।
Money Matters.
Welcome to this edition of Money Matters, a financial literacy program on our official YouTube channel and other digital platforms. A program in which we bring information on personal finance like savings, investments, borrowings and taxation. Today's topic on Money Matters is saving for home buying. You can send your queries regarding this topic, saving for home buying, on our email ID moneymatters.air@gmail.com. I am Arjun Chaudhary and with me is my co-anchor in Hindi, Manoj Pathak.
नमस्कार, मनी मैटर्स के आज के अंक में आपका स्वागत है। वित्तीय साक्षरता से जुड़े इस कार्यक्रम में हमारा आज का विषय है घर खरीदने के लिए बचत कैसे करें। इस कार्यक्रम में हम आपके प्रश्नों को भी शामिल करते हैं। अभी YouTube पर यदि आप हमें सुन रहे हैं तो सीधा चैट बॉक्स में आकर हमसे संपर्क कर सकते हैं। आपके सवालों को हम अपने कार्यक्रम में सम्मिलित करने का प्रयास करेंगे। यदि आप हमारे आगामी कार्यक्रमों के लिए कोई सवाल भेजना चाहते हैं तो हमें ईमेल कीजिए moneymatters.air@gmail.com पर। हमारे साथ आज के विषय घर खरीदने के लिए बचत कैसे करें पर चर्चा करने के लिए स्टूडियो में आमंत्रित हैं वरिष्ठ आर्थिक पत्रकार उदयन रे। उदयन, मनी मैटर्स में आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है।
धन्यवाद।
सबसे पहले
If you look at savings for home buyings, we will be discussing about the importance of housing finance and the role of NBFCs who provide housing finance to consumers or investors as they are called, the rate of interest, how that property, immovable property, is mortgaged so that the buyer is able to repay, while at the same time also ensuring that the transaction is secure for the financier and ensuring that the housing industry is vibrant and booming as well. So let's begin with Udayan asking you in terms of why savings are so important when it comes to home buying and how should one go about the savings process?
Well, Arjun, it's the right beginning for a program like this. Now, there are probably 2 or 3 very important reasons why one should be looking at saving for buying a home. Number one is that our society has gone through a dramatic change since 1991 when the economy was opened up. Our incomes have gone up, our aspirations have gone up. If we look at how we have grown over the years, I mean individually and our families, our habits and our aspirations, it has undergone a sea change. So, and housing is no different. So, people who sort of a generation ago, from generation of yours and mine, before that, our parents, they would probably, because given the kind of income they had, they would probably save for the greater part of their life and then try and earn and buy a home from their savings, right? Now, that has undergone a change now. People now are no longer willing to wait for that longer period and they want a home pretty much during the salad days, as it is called. They want to buy a home when they are young. And what's helping them? Basically, what's helping them is the availability of home loans. A lot of home loans, as we know, the standard home loans also have tax benefits, and these started coming out. The tax benefits, of course, they were made available from 1999 onwards. So, what has happened as a consequence of home loans being made available, the rate of interest for home loans coming down, is that on an average before, the average age of a home buyer was somewhere around the 40s, Arjun. So in the very early 90s and late 80s, that came down to very early 30s. Now I reckon that it will be somewhere around either very early 30s or late 20s. So that is the kind of impact it has happened. People are not willing to wait for that long, because they need not wait for that long. And also this whole thing about people have become mobile, and people, the housing stock is such that you take a house on rent and then you have to move out, so people would want a house, and it's also a good investment. Okay, so that's this was one part of it. The other part is, if you look at home buying, now home buying, when you buy a home, it's very likely that in anybody's lifetime, it's the single most biggest ticket of expense or investment, whichever way you want to look at it. So it's very unlikely that you're going to buy anything of a ticket size which is going to be greater than a home. That is especially in a large city. So when can that be more? When possibly you're going for a larger home or a second home. But before that, a home is typically the biggest ticket size. Now, when it is the biggest ticket size, it's so big that you cannot pay it out of your salary, or you cannot even save for a year and then pay for it. It's a large ticket size. As we know, land prices are high, and as a consequence of it, they're typically 90% of the price of any home, any place you want to go and stay. So these are some of the reasons why saving for home is becoming important. The third, and very, very important, why in this program we need to cover this is, typically Indians have this whole habit of just generally saving. You put aside some money, and this is going to take care of my future. Unless you earmark whatever you're saving or your investments for a particular purpose, what happens is any requirement that's coming in front ends up taking more of your savings, and therefore what's coming later does get impacted. How does housing play a role in that? So, for instance, suppose you're 25 right now, and you plan to buy a home at say 30 or 28, and you're also saving for retirement. You also have to save for your kids or whatever. Now, what happens is, if you go over budget on your home, then you're going to obviously make a compromise on your children's higher education or any other goal, or maybe retirement. Now, because you cannot retire early with a lesser amount of money, therefore you probably will have to retire late. So what happens is, basically you need to do all these things for all these reasons. Having a separate sort of an investment effort for home buying, make sure that your other financial goals are secure. So these are some of the 3 or 4 major reasons why you should be saving or investing separately for a home.
उदयन, घर खरीदने के लिए बचत हम क्यों करें, इस पक्ष को हमने जाना, कैसे करें, इसके विषय में भी थोड़ा सा जाना। थोड़ा सा और हमें बताइए कि हमारी यानी घर खरीदने के लिए हम बचत किस तरह करें, हमारी जो भी आमदनी है उसका क्या हिस्सा हमें करना चाहिए। प्लस आपने एक आयु वर्ग की भी चर्चा की है, तो किस आयु वर्ग के लिए किस रूप में कितनी बचत करनी होगी, इस बिंदु से जरा श्रोताओं को बताएं।
बिल्कुल सही कहा। जैसे महाभारत में हमने वो प्रसिद्ध कहानी है कि अर्जुन एक यंत्र में जहाँ पे मछली थी और छत पे, और वहां पे निशाना लगा के वो प्रतिबिंब को देख के मछली की आंख को बेच डाला। तो आपको एक लक्ष्य चाहिए होता है, और आप जब इन्वेस्टमेंट करते हैं, निवेश करते हैं, तब भी आपको एक लक्ष्य चाहिए। अब यहीं पे आपका प्रश्न बहुत ही सार्थक है, बहुत ही रेलेवेंट है। और इसमें आप टारगेट कैसे बनाएंगे, क्योंकि इसका मतलब आपको एक होम बजट बनाने की जरूरत है, और इसको बनाने की 1 या 2 तरीके होते हैं, ठीक है। और इसके अलावा कुछ आपके रियलिटीज होंगे, उस हिसाब से वो चेंज करेगा। तो सबसे पहले चलिए देखते हैं कि होम बजट आप कैसे बना सकते हैं। तो इसके 2 तरीके होने को, इसके शायद और भी तरीके हों, पर मेरे हिसाब से 2 ब्रॉड मोटे तरीके से 2 तरीके से आप इसको कर सकते हैं। पहला तो ये कि आप ये देखें, क्योंकि जैसा कि मैंने कहा कि ये तय है कि आपके पास इतने पैसे होंगे ही नहीं कि आप सेविंग से ही आप घर खरीद लेंगे, क्योंकि कम उम्र में अगर आप खरीदना चाहते हैं, आपके पास इतनी बचत नहीं होगी, आपके खर्चे हैं, दूसरे खर्चे हैं। तो इसका मतलब आप होम लोन लेने वाले हैं, ठीक है। अगर आप होम लोन लेने वाले हैं, तो एक अप्रोच ये है कि आप ये कैलकुलेट कीजिए कि आपको EMI जो मासिक किश्त है, ठीक है, वो जो मासिक किश्त है, तो वो कितना मासिक किश्त है जो आप अफोर्ड कर सकते हैं, जो आपके बजट को मासिक, जो आपके दैनिक जो या मासिक में जो आपके जो फाइनेंशियल लाइफ है उसको इम्पैक्ट नहीं करे। मान लीजिए 10,000 प्रति माह तक का आप ईएमआई दे सकते हैं। इसका थंब रूल क्या है मनोज? थंब रूल ये होता है कि ईएमआई जितना होता है, मतलब जो मासिक किश्त निकलती है, तो मान लीजिए 100 रुपए कमा रहे हैं, तो एक्सपर्ट्स का मानना है जितने सारे लोन्स हैं आपके, उसकी ईएमआई 40 रुपए से ज्यादा नहीं हो, 40% से ऊपर ऑफ योर नेट टेक होम पे से ऊपर ना हो। कई लोग कहेंगे 35, कई लोग कहते हैं नहीं 50, पर ये मान के चलिए 40 रुपए 45 रुपए उससे ऊपर बिल्कुल होना नहीं चाहिए, ठीक है ना। तो अगर तो 10,000 रुपए ऐसा होना चाहिए, वो आपके टेक होम पे, अगर मान लीजिए 10,000 का आंकड़ा आप लाते हैं ईएमआई का, तो फिर इसका मतलब वो 40% ऑफ योर टेक होम पे होना चाहिए। तो उसका तकरीबन आप निकाल सकते हैं कि आपका टोटल टेक होम पे का, तो वो अगर टेक होम पे है तो वो ईएमआई है। तो आप देखिए अभी प्रिवेलिंग इंटरेस्ट रेट में, या आपको लगता है 3 साल बाद या 4 साल बाद जब आप करेंगे कितना इंटरेस्ट होगा, किसी से पूछ सकते हैं, अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं। तो ईएमआई पर लाख आप अगर इंटरनेट पे मोबाइल फोन में टाइप करेंगे या कहीं इंटरनेट में जाएंगे, तो ईएमआई पर लाख का आंकड़ा आपको मिल जाता है कि होम लोन ईएमआई पर लाख कितना बनता है। तो आप उस हिसाब से गुणा करके वो निकाल सकते हैं कि लोन अमाउंट कितना है, ठीक है। अगर वो लोन अमाउंट कितना है वो आपको निकल जाएगा, ठीक है। इसके बाद आप वहीं से आप निकाल सकते हैं, आप वहां से ये भी निकाल सकते हैं कि डाउन पेमेंट आपको कितना करना है। तकरीबन औसतन ये होता है कि 15% प्रॉपर्टी का जो वैल्यू होता है वो आपको डाउन पेमेंट अपने जेब से देना पड़ता है। इन आंकड़ों से आपको प्रॉपर्टी का वैल्यू आपके पास आ जाएगा, आपका डाउन पेमेंट का वैल्यू आ जाएगा आपके पास। ये एक तरीका हुआ। दूसरा तरीका ये हुआ जैसे हमारे पेरेंट्स करते थे, वो तो फुल डाउन पेमेंट की तरह करते थे। तो आप ये कहते हैं कि नहीं मेरे को कुछ नहीं सुनना, लोन वोन के बारे में बाद में सोचूंगा या सोचूंगी, तो ये जो डाउन पेमेंट में 4 लाख रुपए अपने जेब से मैं सेव कर सकता हूँ या कर सकती हूँ 4 साल बाद, तो 4 लाख रुपए होगा। तो 4 लाख जो है रुपए है डाउन पेमेंट, वो 15% अगर है तो आप कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं टोटल प्रॉपर्टी का वैल्यू कितना होगा और उसमें लोन कितना होगा, 85%। तो एक डाउन पेमेंट वाला रूट होता है, एक आपका होम लोन से आप बजट तैयार होता है। तो ये इससे क्या हो गया, आपके बजट तैयार हो गया, ठीक है। कुछ चीजें जो आपको नहीं करनी, जो हमारे भारत में लोग अक्सर करते हैं, वो ये है कि लोग क्योंकि इस तरह का अप्रोच बनाते नहीं है, तो क्या होता है हमारा जो भानुमति का पिटारा है प्रोविडेंट फंड, वहां से लोग पैसे उठा के विड्रॉ कर लेते हैं। इसके चलते क्या होता है, चाहे वो बच्चों का एजुकेशन हो, चाहे वो घर खरीदना हो, सबों में क्योंकि आप विड्रॉ करते चले जाते हैं और ये पीएफ अलाउ भी करता है। तो इससे क्या होता है, बाय द टाइम आप रिटायरमेंट के पास आते हैं, आपके पास प्रोविडेंट फंड में कुछ पैसे नहीं बचते हैं, ठीक है। तो कुछ चीजें हैं जो आपको छूनी नहीं है, और यहां से आपको वो फिगर आपको मिल गया। अब आपको निकालना है कि कितने साल में आप वो फिगर जो है आपके जेब से जो जाएगा वो आप निवेश कर सकते हैं, मतलब आपको उसको इकट्ठा करना है। अगर हम मान के चले कोई 23 से 24 साल के कोई हैं जो उसको सेव करना चाहते हैं, तो तकरीबन मैं कहूंगा उनको 3-4 साल का वक्त कम से कम देना चाहिए, ताकि वो धीरे धीरे करके पैसे जोड़ सके। और इसमें क्या और ये कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि आप लोन की बात होगी, आपके फैमिली और फ्रेंड्स, उनसे अगर वो पैसे का थोड़ा सा बंदोबस्त कर सकें, जिनको आपने बाद में पे कर दिया, तो लोन का अमाउंट कम हो जाता है। तो ये जो टारगेट वाली बात कही है कि कितना करना चाहिए, वो रूट यहां से निकल के आता है।
So also regular income is very important, as our expert Udayan Ray just mentioned, in terms of the financier or the banking institution who is able to then secure that there would be regular payments towards the equal monthly installments under the loan agreement. And the loan agreement itself is secured by a pledged asset, which is the very home that the buyer is occupying. So the bank is a lien on the property. Why? Because the asset has been pledged. And how has it been pledged? It's been pledged because the title to the property is held by the bank. The actual documents are in the possession of the bank. And when you pay 15% as down payment, it is the equivalent of 15% equity in the property at that point in time. And the registration process is also not very difficult. You go to the registrar who maintains the register of who the owner is. Therefore, a copy of the old deed is with the registrar. You have a system by which you pay a deposit amount, then you establish clear title to property, and thereafter an agreement to sell whereby the balance purchase amount is given to the seller, and then only is the title transferred to the buyer. But when you take a loan in order to buy a property, then that title papers are held by the bank, and the bank then oversees how the buyer is able to repay the entire tenure of the loan. And over here, when you talk about savings, you have to also bear in mind, Manoj, that it is over a 10, 20, 30-year period. So coming in early is very important for the borrower. Well, just that was a discussion on savings for home buying with our expert Udayan Ray. You're listening to Money Matters, where we are discussing savings for home buying with our expert Udayan Ray on our News on Air official YouTube channel. You may ask questions in the comment section of the YouTube channel and through our email ID moneymatters.air@gmail.com.
में एक बार फिर से आपका स्वागत है। श्रोताओं, आज हम चर्चा कर रहे हैं घर खरीदने के लिए बचत विषय पर। कल इसी कार्यक्रम में आप चर्चा सुन सकते हैं क्रिप्टो करेंसी और बिटकॉइन कारोबार विषय पर। आज हमारे साथ घर खरीदने के लिए बचत किस रूप में करें, कहां से करें, चर्चा कर रहे हैं जाने माने आर्थिक पत्रकार उदयन रे।
And we were just discussing on savings for home buying. Udayan, when you're looking at how does the financier look at a prospective buyer, obviously you mentioned about how important it is to be relatively young because the loan agreement has a tenure of 10, 20, 30 years. But at the same time, a young entrant to a loan agreement at that point in time is not very secure. So it is usually a buyer who is between 30 and 40, who is already into his profession or business, who is able to ensure regular income. So what is the thinking on the part of the banker whenever they are going to advance a loan to a borrower?
Arjun, that's a very valid point that you're making. So, I'll just before I answer that, try and address that query. There's a good point that you're making, and I thought I'll add some more information out there. One of the reasons why you should be going in early for buying a home is because you're taking a home loan, and as you rightly mentioned, you've got these long tenures of 10, 20, whatever, 30 years. So, what you want to do is get rid of that home loan as quickly as possible. Now, when you're actually starting out, when you're young, you've got that time. You know, your income is on the up. So therefore, you will not feel the pinch. Or you might feel the pinch initially, but not all that much, because your income is, thankfully, our country, India's economy has been growing and is expected. So if you are part of that whole system, then it should not be a problem. Now let's come back and talk about this whole thing about what do the banks look at. They would obviously be looking at it's like an asset, so that the title that you mentioned has to be absolutely spick and span. There should be no problem. There should be no threat to that title.
You mean encumbrance?
Yeah, there should be no encumbrance. It should be clear title, okay? And it's like something that's yours, you're giving it as a security, and you're getting that money, a percentage of that value in return. So you're obviously not going to get the full value. You have to put in a part of that, which is the down payment or the margin, right? And the remaining part you get. Now, apart from that, they will also be looking at how stable is your income flow. Have you been earning for the past 2-3 years? And is this what is the prospect of it going up? Have you saved a little bit? Because if you're moving from paycheck to paycheck, you're not going to, people are not going to be very confident about extending a loan to you. Then what has been your credit track record? Suppose you've just not been defaulting on your credit card and other payments left, right, center. You've taken other loans. You mean
your CIBIL score?
Yeah, your CIBIL score. So all this comes into the picture. If you have some money in the bank account, you've got some savings done, even if it's little bit, it's regularly you've been saving, all this helps. You can actually argue and go for negotiate on the interest rate. But I think what I would like to also do is to quickly also give you a little bit of an idea about the home budget related to certain aspects that you mentioned. Since you mentioned title, now there are 3 or 4 things in which when you're determining your home budget, the circumstances can change things a little bit, right? So suppose it's a pre-owned home, right? Where, as you were talking about the title, now it's moved from one person to the other, and third, fourth, fifth, sixth, maybe 100, who knows how many. Maybe it's just 3 or 4. Now there, the home loan institution might just ponder that, okay, is it clean? How is it okay? Am I going to extend? So they, in other cases, in a new property, they might look at, they would say that, okay, 85% of this value, what according to them is the total value, they might extend 85%. In some cases, because it's pre-owned, they might say it's only 80%, right? In some cases, you might be the first person walking inside the property because it's a ready-to-move-in property, right? And it's a new property. There's a new apartment complex. There were 90 apartments, 100 apartments. 90 have been occupied, and you're one of the 10 who are moving in. So then the home loan company, and if they see you as a very credible sort of a borrower, they will extend a certain rate of interest and a certain portion of the total value. So they might go to 85% or 90%, depending on how RBI has been going about at that point, right? So that's number 2. Third could be that, you've actually gone to a township or whatever, which is coming up, and there's a project coming up, and the project, you're unlikely to move into that home in 4 or 5 years' time.
But there are also 2 types. You have condominiums and then you have cooperative housing also.
Absolutely. So depending on depending on the stage of the project, you will probably need money. So depending on that, you'll have to make sure that you save. And also depending on that, you will try to figure out when you will take the loan and how, when you're actually talking about the loan, then it will be based on those project milestones that the money will be dispersed. Accordingly, depending on whether the home is fully built, where you're talking about the title. So suppose the project is under construction, there you can get certain kind of tax breaks, maybe on interest, which is the section 24. But unless the home is fully built, the other home loan tax break that you get under Section 80C, you can't get that because you need to own the home. The title paper has to come in because that can only happen when the home is built, and then the title paper when it's transferred, then only you'll be able to get the 80C kind of a benefit, which is on principal repayment. You cannot repay the principal on something which has not been built. So these are some of the nuances that come into play depending on where and how you're going about it. So this is how, after the budget, your loan and your own home budget and your down payment, these start playing out the different puzzle pieces. So it cannot be a single sort of an answer for any particular individual. It will probably a mix of some of the things that we have discussed.
उदयन, जब हम कह लें कि घर खरीदने के लिए बचत कर रहे हैं, तो घर खरीदने के लिए लोन लेने की बात हुई है लगातार. कहां से लोन लेना सुरक्षित होता है और किन तथ्यों का ध्यान हमें रखना चाहिए?
ये बहुत ही एक के बाद एक प्रश्न आज बहुत अच्छे पूछे जा रहे हैं, और ये लोग कई बार गलती भी कर जाते हैं. तो देखिए, जितने आपके शेड्यूल्ड फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं, एनबीएफसीज हैं, जो आरबीआई के अंडर आते हैं, बैंक से होम लोन्स, वो तो मिलते ही हैं, ठीक है. कुछ चीजें आपको नहीं करनी, इधर उधर से लोन लेना है, ठीक है, वो या कि कुछ और अपने पर्सनल लोन टाइप का ले लोन. आपको कई लोग क्या करते हैं मनोज, की लोन को कम मिल रहा, कहते हैं ठीक है हमें लोन दे दीजिए, फिर हम एक थोड़ा पर्सनल लोन भी ले लिया. तो वो करते करते जो मैंने आपको आंकड़ा बताया था 40% का, उससे ऊपर निकल जाता है. उसकी वजह से क्या होता है, होम के चलते आपके फ्यूचर बनाने के चक्कर में प्रेजेंट का सत्यानाश हो जाता है. तो आपको ये देखना है कि बैलेंस बना रहे. तो अब वापस आते हैं कि कहां से लिया जा सकता है. तो ये बैंक्स हैं, उनके होम लोन आर्म्स होते हैं, एनबीएफसीज हैं, उनके आर्म्स होते हैं, वहां से लिए जा सकते हैं. कुछ जो हैं वो डिजिटली लेंड कर रहे हैं, मतलब ऑनलाइन उनका ऑपरेशन ज्यादा है, तो वहां से आप ले सकते हैं. तो ये जो जब आप लोन ले रहे हैं, तो आपको ये देखना पड़ेगा कि आपका मियाद कितनी है और आपको अमाउंट कितना है और इंटरेस्ट क्या है.
यानी इन सभी तथ्यों का श्रोता यदि आप ध्यान रखें तो आपके लिए लोन लेना एक भयावह सपना नहीं होगा और आपका घर सुखद घर बन जाएगा जब इसका दबाव आप अपने ऊपर अनुभव नहीं कर सकेंगे।
Well, I hope our listeners enjoyed today's topic discussion with our expert Udayan Ray on savings for home buying. And tomorrow's topic on Money Matters will be trading in cryptocurrency Bitcoin. Thank you, listeners, for joining us in this edition of Money Matters. Goodbye.